Good morning, students. I hope so. Everyone is fine and everyone is good. So, we have been studying about the chapter number 6, manufacturing industry, which is from geography. And till now, we have discussed a lot about this particular chapter about manufacturing, what is its importance, how it contributes to our national economy, agro-based industries, mineral-based industries we were studying. So, in mineral-based industries, in our previous lecture, we have talked about all the mineral based industries which are important. First of all, iron and steel industry, then aluminium, then we have discussed about chemical, also fertilizers. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss about the further industries that are there in the mineral based industries, and then we will talk about why these industries can pollute the environment as well, and how it is going to eventually degrade our environmental structure, and what are the basic things how we can control these environmental degradation. And then we'll talk about NTPC, that is one of the way, that is one of the society that have been made for this ecological process to stop it. So we are going to discuss all these things in this particular lecture. Let me just show you. So these will be the topics that we are going to be covering in this particular lecture. Probably we are going to finish this chapter in today only. So please be ready with your book, one notebook and one pen. They should be in your hand always. So the two topics that I haven't written in this is the how to control and about NTPC. That is also we are going to be discussing in this particular lecture only. So basically we are going to finishing this chapter of today itself. So let's get start with cement industry first. That is one of the mineral industry we are having. So basically if we talk about the cement industry, you know about how cement is an essential use that we do in terms of when we have to make certain construction activities. Basically cement is essentially used for construction activities. If you like, you have to build your houses, the factories, then bridges, roads, airports, dams, and so many other things can be like all for the commercial establishments. So to build these things, to construct these things, cement is one of the essential raw material that is needed to build these things. So this particular industry requires a lot of amount of bulky and heavy raw materials like limestone, silica, alumina, and gypsum. So basically, if you want to set up a kind of a cement industry, so you must be requiring a lot of amount of bulky and heavy raw materials, which इनको mix करके ही एक हम सीमेंट को प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं, काइंड ऑफ दैट. तो इसमें जो जो चीज़ें यूज होती हैं, जो जो मिनरल्स यूज होते हैं, फर्स्ट इज लाइमस्टोन, then there is silica, alumina, and gypsum. So the combination of all these things is made up of a cement only. So now coal and electronic power are needed apart from rail transportation. So apart from coal and electronic power, which is needed to generate to make a mixture or to make these raw materials, apart from any railway transportation, it is needed like coal and electronic power is always needed to make these things. Now the first cement plant was set up in Chennai in 1904. Like after independence, our industry also expanded, but the first cement plant was set up in Chennai in 1904, and it was the control of price and distribution since 1986, and other policies are also reformed under the cement industry to make rapid strides in capacity, processes, technology, and production. So majorly, currently there are 128 large plants and 332 mini cement plants that are there in our country, which are really important. If you, it is written in your book as well. There are 128 large plants, मतलब जिनको हम जो established cement plants जो हैं अभी currently we have in large number, and there are also mini cement plants also which are 332 in our country. and India produces a variety of cement. It is not one kind; it produces a variety of cement. Like it, in cement industry only, there is an improvement that has been shown in the quality that has been found, and produces like really availability market in East Asia, Middle East, Africa, South Asia part from a large demand within the country. Now this industry is doing really well when in terms of production as well as export. Like the cement industry is one of the good industries till now we are having, that is doing really good in terms of production and in terms of export as well. Now the efforts are being made to generate adequate domestic demand and supply in order to sustain this industry. If you want to write certain examples of what are these companies that are cement companies that are there in India, so popular cement companies in India are Ultratech Cement. You all know about this particular name; it is quite famous. Ultratech Cement, ACC Limited, या तो Chetan Cement. So these are few of the very recognized names and very commonly names that you have heard about also, that are there. These cement companies are there in India that has very established and have their own plants. Now we are going to discuss about automobile industry. So automobile industry is the kind of industry that have exported and exploded in a very large number. Like इसका जो नाम हुआ है और इसका जो strongest point ये है कि it has established into such a big number now that every इसमें profit ही सबसे ज़्यादा सबको नजर आता है, because it provides vehicle for quick transport for goods and services and for the passengers as well. So this is the kind of like industry which faces recession at a time जब actual में लोगों के पास पैसों की कमी होती है. But mostly these are the quite essential things that is required by each and every person out there. And from these automobile industry, what are the few examples that we can take is that trucks, buses, cars, motorcycles, scooters, three-wheelers and multi-utility vehicles that are manufactured in India at various centers. So these are few of the examples. After the liberalization, the coming in of new and contemporary models stimulated the demand for vehicles in the market. So now, like if you have seen the models that these automobile models of these cars and motorcycles have been improving and have been establishing from a very long time. Like जो गाड़ियों के मॉडल आप 90s में देखते थे और आप जो देखते हो, that is totally different. So now, likewise, the time has been changing. The models have and the competition is also increasing in this automobile industry, and people started liking only those जो कि new technology से related हो या फिर जिसमें कुछ नए features हो, new looks हो. So they are preferably मार्केट में आजकल बस नई चीजें ही मोस्टली चल रही है ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्रीज. Now which led to a very healthy growth also in this industry, including the passenger cars, two-wheelers or three-wheelers, and this industry has experienced a quantum jump in less than 15 years. So if we see that in 1990 की बात अगर हम करें, बहुत ही रेयरली ऐसा मतलब जो कि रिच लोग ही होते थे जो कि काफ़ी अच्छी फैमिली से बिलोंग करते, जिनके पास कार हमें दिख जाती थी. बट जैसे ही 2000 आया, you must have seen everyone is going to buying these cars and everyone is having a car. So they have seen a very huge jump in the last 15 years only. Now these foreign direct investment also brought a new technology and aligned this industry with global development. So now they are it is a global business now. Everyone is exchanging their automobile industry with abroad, and like US के models हमारे आते हैं, हमारे models हम उनके वहाँ पे exchange करते हैं. We are exploring these things. Now at present there are 15 manufacturing of passenger cars and multi-utility, 9 of commercial vehicles, 14 of the 2 and 3 wheelers, and majorly these industries are located around Delhi, Gurgaon. Gurgaon is one of the places जहाँ पे आप there's a very big industry of these automobile industries. Then there's Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow, Indore, Hyderabad, Jamshedpur and Bangalore. So these are few of the places where you can easily find these automobile industry which are has established and growing till now. So these are few of the famous automobile companies in the world. If you know, आपको पता भी होगा, Honda, Ford, then there's Audi, BMW, Volvo, then Jaguar, Suzuki, Jeep, Nissan. These are few of the इनके logos भी हैं and they are the most famous companies if you have heard about it. इनके जो इनके cars भी होते हैं, automobiles भी होती हैं and they are very famous. Now we are going to talk about the other industry, that is the last industry that is there, that is information technology and electronic industries. So the electronic industry covers a wide range of products from translators, sets of television, telephones, cellular telecom, pagers, telephone exchange, radios, computers and many other equipments required by the telecommunication industry. So now this industry is quite new. It was not there before 40 to 50 years. इतना ज़्यादा established नहीं था, but now this electronic industry have increased its range to a very large number. Like it covers a very wide range of products now. जैसे television हो गए, telephones हो गए, these internet panels हो गए, आपके जो network panels होते हैं, Wi-Fi channels जो होते हैं, telephone exchange, computers, laptops, iPads, mobile phones, if you and so on. So this particular information technology and electronic industry has been expanded to such a huge number. उनके products भी इतने variety of things they are introducing and many other equipments also they required by these telecommunication industries वो भी हैं. Now basically the Bangalore is the one that has emerged as one of the biggest electronic capital of India, जिसको हम कहते हैं. So Bangalore has emerged as the electronic capital of India. Other than that, if we talk about, there are other important centers for electronic goods as well, like Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow and Coimbatore. So these are few of the other important centers also where you can find these electronic goods industries which are set up and doing really good. Now by 2010 and 11, the software technology parks of India has come up across 46 locations at different centers of India, and there was a major impact of this industry has been on the employment generation. It has encouraging to know that 30% of the people employed in this sector are women. So basic जो सबसे important चीज यहाँ पे ये हुई that they have generated a lot more employment sector for the women out there, and they have increased a lot more number in giving them employment, and it is this industry has been a major foreign exchange earner also in the last 2 or 3 years because it has a fastly growing business processes outsourcing. जो BPO sectors होते हैं, you know about it, गुड़गांव में तो बहुत ही बड़ा BPO sector है. Then it is continue growing in the hardware and software industry as well is the key to basic जो hardware और software companies है, जो भी ये BTech वाले जो computer engineers होते हैं या फिर making these softwares and everything. So if that was one of the reason या हम की भी कह सकते हैं of the success of this IT industries in India. Now this is the map that you have to do in as your class work. This is also given on page number 77. You can see that there are some software technology parks. You have to write on the top of the map, take any political map and write some software technology parks, and here you can take any 6 places. पहले ले लो श्रीनगर, मोहाली, नोएडा, जयपुर. ये बहुत इजी नाम है, आराम से याद भी हो जाएंगे. इंदौर, गांधीनगर, मुंबई, पुणे. Any 6 places you can take and you have to paste this map in your class book notebook. So this is the class work that you have to do. Okay, you can see these places and mark accordingly. Now we are heading towards the next topic, which is the industrial pollution and environmental degradation. So basically, we are establishing a lot of industries, but you know that just because of these industries has contributed a lot in India's economic growth and development, but it has also increased in pollution of land, water, air, and noise, which are resulting to degradation of environment that they have caused, and it cannot be overlooked anyway. So these industries are basically responsible for the pollution around us. Majorly जो हम काउंट कर सकते हैं that these industries has increased the pollution rate to a very next level. Majorly they have polluted in four categories. First one is air, water, land and noise. And the polluting industries are included in the thermal power plants as well. So we are going to discuss each one in detail now about air pollution, water pollution, thermal pollution and noise pollution. So first of all, we are going to talk about air pollution, how it has contributed to that. So air pollution is caused by the presence of high proportion of undesirable gases in the air, such as sulfur dioxide or carbon monoxide, which are very harmful gases, and it is really harmful for the human beings and for the growing of plants as well. Now these airborne particular material contain both solid and liquid particles like dust, sprays, mist and smoke. And smoke is emitted by these chemical and paper factories, then brick lanes, refineries and slitting plants, and burning of all these usual fuels in big and small factories that ignore pollution norms. So basically आप कोई भी मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंडस्ट्रीज में से जितने भी जो गैसेस निकलते हैं, they are really harmful, and in one way or the other they are polluting our environment, like in a very bad manner. Now these toxic gases leaks can be very hazardous with long-term effects like air pollution adversely affect human health, animals, plants, buildings and the atmosphere as a whole. If we see that, like the chimneys of the industries produce heat that is leading to global warming and greenhouse effect as well. Use of CFC is in various industrial products depletes the ozone layer, which filters the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Air pollution affects human beings' health, animals, plants alike, and also it causes damages to the buildings as well. So as a whole, air pollution is very harmful for every person and animals and even for the buildings as well. Now if we talk about water pollution, so water pollution is caused by organic and inorganic industrial waste, and it is effluents to discharge all these waste material into the water. Now the main culprit in this regard are the paper, pulp, chemical, textile, dyeing of all these clothes and all that stuff, petroleum refineries, tannerers and electroplating industries that let out by dyes, ingredients, acid, salts and heavy metals like lead and mercury, pesticides, fertilizers, synthetic chemicals like carbon, plastics, rubber etc. ये सारी चीजें कहाँ जाती है सीधा पानी के अंदर, and it is polluting our environment. Now like fly ash, phosphogypsum and iron and steel slags are the major solid waste that are there in India. Now these industries which produce paper, pulp, ये सारी जितनी भी चीजें होती हैं ये सारे पानी में जाके they toxify the water resources, and it kills all the aquatic life as well. So these are few of the examples that if you want to write about how water pollution is been driven by these industries, you can write down these points. Now about thermal pollution. So thermal pollution of water occurs when hot water from factories and thermal plants is drained into waters and ponds before cooling. So the major effect that is having on these things are the waste from all these nuclear power plants, nuclear and weapon production facilities cause cancers, birth defects and miscarriages also. The water that gets inside. Now the soil and water pollution are closely related to all these things. Dumping of waste, especially glass, harmful chemicals, industrial effluents, packaging, salt and garbage enters the soil is very useless. Rainwater pre-logs to the soil, carrying the pollutants to the ground, and the groundwater also get contaminated. So these are few of the things that is there in thermal pollution, that the water occurs when hot water from these factory and thermal plants is drained into these rivers and pond, which toxify the water bodies, and वो जो पानी रेन के थ्रू भी जो अंडरग्राउंड वाटर में जाता है वो उसको भी कंटेमिनेट कर देते हैं. Now the last one is noise pollution. So noise pollution not only result in irritation and anger, but it can also cause hearing impairment, increasing the heart rate and blood pressure. Among other psychological effects are also there about this noise pollution. And there is unwanted sound that is an irritant and a source of stress. Industrial and construction activities also produces a lot of noise pollution. Machineries, factory equipments, and all these electronic grills make a lot of noise. So these high intensity sound generated by running machines, siren, drilling, fans, etc. leads to noise pollution. It causes irritation, hair impairment, heart attack, etc. among the nearby people. Now these were the causes about how these industries produces pollution in amongst air, water, thermal and noise. Now how you can control these environmental degradation? We will study that. What are the steps that we could take to control the environmental degradation? So every liter of wastewater that is discharged by our industry pollutes 8 times the quantity of fresh water. Now how can we use this industrial pollution of fresh water can be reduced? What could be we do? So minimizing use water for processing by reusing and recycling it into or more successful stages. Like the type of water that you are using, try to reuse them again and again. अब जैसे आपने वेजिटेबल्स धोई हैं उस पानी में, आप उसको फेंको मत. You can use that water in something else, like आप प्लांट्स में दे सकते हो वही पानी, या फिर आप उसके थ्रू आप अगर कुछ और मतलब बर्तन धो रहे हो या फिर उसमें यूज कर रहे हो, इसमें यूज कर लो. You can use that water, recycle the kind of water you want, reuse them towards more successful stages you can. Now harvesting of rainwater to meet water equipment. That I have taught you in chapter number 3, water resources, that harvesting is one of the best way, like rainwater harvesting one of the best way for this water requirement that you can do. Then treating hot water and effluents before releasing them in rivers and ponds. Treat all these factories out there, they can treat this hot water that they are releasing in these rivers and ponds. They can उसको कूल डाउन करके छान कर वो पानी फिर उसके अंदर डाले. दैट वुड बी लेस हार्मफुल, बट मोस्टली पीपल डोंट डू दैट. नाउ द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ दिस इंडस्ट्रियल एफ्लुएंस कैन बी डन इन 3 phases. फर्स्ट फेज इज द प्राइमरी ट्रीटमेंट बाय मैकेनिकल मीन्स. पहली चीज है प्राइमरी ट्रीटमेंट बाय मैकेनिकल मीन्स दिस इन्वॉल्व्स स्क्रीनिंग, ग्राइंडिंग, लोकेशन एंड सेडिमेंटेशन. सो ये चीजें क्या होती हैं? पहली चीज उसको रिकॉग्नाइज किया जाता है, जितना भी मतलब जो कचरा है या जो भी है उसकी स्क्रीनिंग होती है प्रॉपर. देन देयर इज द ग्राइंडिंग मतलब उसमें से वो जो यूजफुल चीजें मतलब जो ऑर्गेनिक एंड अनऑर्गेनाइज चीजें होती हैं उनको सेपरेट किया जाता है. देन उसका फ्लोगिटेशन बेसिकली मीन्स उसको इन वन वे और द अदर हम उसको सेग्रीगेट करते हैं, उसको उसके रिसाइकल करने की कोशिश करते हैं. उसके बाद उसका सेगमेंटेशन कि ये सारे जो भी उसका जो मटेरियल होता है उसको पॉल्यूट करने के अलावा हम उसको किसी और में ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं. नाउ सेकेंडरी ट्रीटमेंट बाय बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस. नाउ इस बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस दैट tertiary treatment is by biological, chemical and physical processes. This involves recycling of every waste water that is there. Now noise is also observing materials can be used. So ये सारी चीजें हम यूज कर सकते हैं for to control all the environmental degradation. Now last but not the least, we are going to discuss about NTPC. So NTPC is a major power providing corporation in India, and it has ICO certification of EMS, that is Environment Management System, that is there from 14001, that is the code. Now the corporation has a proactive approach for preserving all these natural environment and resources like water, oil and gas and fuels in places where it is setting up all these power plants. This has also possibly through by optimum utilization of equipment and adopting latest technology and upgrading the existing equipment. Now minimizing waste generation by minimizing all these ash utilization can be done. Then providing green belt for nurturing ecological balance and addressing the question of special purpose vehicle for afforestation. Then reducing environmental pollution through ash pond management, ash water recycling system and liquid waste management. Now last point is that ecological monitoring can be there, reviewing and online data management for all these power stations can be done. So these are few of the steps that have been taken by this particular company that they do for a better environmental structure to maintain, like industries भी properly चले और हमारे environmental भी उससे properly effect ना हो. So they usually do these kind of steps to maintain the our environmental structure of our country. So we are done with this chapter, and if you have queries you can ask in the online class about anything you are not able to understand. I will let you know in the online class. I will take each and everyone's query. Now we are heading towards homework solution. So I have asked you about, let me know about why they what is iron steel industry is known as basic or key industry. So you can write these points like iron steel industry is called basic or key industry because all the other industries, whether heavy, medium or light, they depend on the tire ministry, and the steel is needed in manufacture a variety of engineering goods. It also needed for construction material, defense, medical, telephonic, synthetic equipment and a variety of consumer goods. Now you can also include here about a few of the heavy industries that is there, like आप उनमें से किसी भी का एग्जांपल दे सकते हो. इसके अंदर आप चैलेंजेस भी लिख सकते हो if you want to write it down. That's there. Now the homework that I want to assign on this particular lecture is electronic industry has revolutionized the life of the masses and the country's economy. Justify the statement with suitable arguments. So you have to tell and justify the statement. If you have like your points, you can add on in that why you think that electronic industry has revolutionized the life of the masses and the country's economy. So you have to answer this. This is your homework, and please let me know your queries in the online class if you have any. And that's it for this lecture. Thank you so much, and take care of yourself.